Start to finish creative color. You guys have asked for this, so I am going to share it with you. I have sectioned off the top. I am going to keep this beautiful faded kind of pastel rainbow magic, and I'm going to turn it into a pastel fairy tale. So one of the things I love to do with creative color is I love to just work off of a previous fade. Now, when you're seeing this color that looks like purple, it's actually silver with just a drop of violet in it. And I am using that because I want this client to feel very blonde still. One of the biggest tips I can give you guys with your blondes is to keep them light. Keep them as light as possible because they will continue to feel blonde. So if you're having someone that is used to being blonde, wanting to transition or wanting to play around with creative color, my best advice is to keep those creative colors at the level that they're currently at with their blonde, and maybe add a few darker pieces in, but keep them overall the same level as their blonde. So as you can see, I'm basically alternating these beautiful light pastel cotton candy colors with the silver. Now, here's the thing. This little spot in the middle of her hair that's like a residual kind of like periwinkle blue, that's not an issue for me because I can create a melt over it to make it look like it's extremely intentional. And yes, you might be asking yourself, well, like, why would my client let me do this? Well, creative color clients have to be creative. They have to be open to fun hair, works of art on their head. It can't be like a specific, I want this exact color here or this exact color here. Now what I'm doing up the side is I'm doing those last two pieces up by her face in blonde. And then this very top section, what I've done is the very front, the middle, and the back of that section are all going to be blonde. It's actually like a lavender blonde, the ones I just pointed to. So we're going to start here. That middle section you see in the top and the very front like money piece are all going to be this beautiful lavender blonde. Now the two pieces in between that are going to be a melted kind of pink color. Now, as you can see, that back lavender piece, I actually melted into peach, which is so pretty. It's so fun to do. And you can see I just used a little bit of that residual pink over that lavender side. I noticed that there was like a little bit of a smudge on the right top side of her head, and I wanted to make sure that it had a good blend still. So you can see I did this like strawberry raspberry color in her roots, and then I've actually faded it down into a light pink. Because it's the same tone, I am able to comb through it. So what you're going to see here is me alternating sections, really pushing that color through. I want to make sure that I get her a lot of high contrast through her roots. You can actually watch her look at all her beautiful hair that we've done in the past on her phone, which is kind of fun. I'm pulling it directly up, and then the reason I'm brushing through it and moving it off is because I don't want to place the blonde pieces right over the pieces in front of it. Now, the only reason I do this through the crown is because gravity is working against me here. What's happening is if I pull that straight down and place it over the piece before it, the gravity of that hair is going to cause it to be spotty. You can see I'm like really working hard to push it over to the side, make it lay flat, but also not mess anything up. The other thing that I left in this video is the fact that I'm literally wiping my hands completely clean between each and every section. You can see I'm painting really clean. I have really high tension on every section. And then the other thing that I wanted to point out is that I'm using the Framar Big Daddy brushes. Those are perfect for doing creative color. Here's our finished canvas. Now this is Goldwell Illumin Play. The thing that's great about this is it processes in 18 to 20 minutes, basically long enough for you to clean up your mess and get moving. Now I'm going to slow it down a little bit here just to show you guys that there is no color going down the drain. And the reason for that is because I have cold water on high pressure. I'm like really working it through. I wanted to show you guys how crisp and clean the ends stay. The other thing is the yellow still pops, and that's because of the high pressure and cool water that I'm using. Here we got it at the end. This is so beautiful. This is an indoor shot. It's actually with a ring light, so it's going to be a little bit warmer than when we get outside. The other thing I'm doing here is kind of like a side profile. She's leaning over to the side to kind of get her shoulder out of my way. And then I have her hands back on the right side, kind of pushing her hair up to make it really full so it can fill up the frame. This is so beautiful. I can't wait for y'all to see this outside. We are outside. You can see that those top pieces that we worked so hard on and kind of that melt as we go all the way through. You get a little bit more of a blonde vibe outside than what you get inside. I would love it if you guys stayed tuned to my page this week. I will post some side-by-side photos of the entire process with a lot of the details as well. And if you loved this video and you loved the voiceover, please feel free to check out my education page. It's at EliteStylist.edu. It's $19 a month. You'll get tons of videos like this. We've already got over 100 videos up that are full-length videos. They're actually a little bit longer than this one, where you get all the details and you really get to see me work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And if not, I will leave you with this beautiful profile of this kind of cotton candy metallic melt that came in like a faded rainbow. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for joining me today.